We'll just put that there because something tells me somebody's gonna want to walk in while I'm doing this. Somebody who might not want to be on my life. So I just put that right there and block that view. All right. Hi, everybody. Let me see. Let me get y'all set up. Hi. All right. It is me, Layla, and today we are going to do some writing. I'm going to be working on my spiritual self-help book, essentially, which the working title is Magick Goes Quantum, where I put a little bit of my own experiences in there while answering questions that I get asked frequently in the last 10 years of me doing magic. So, give everybody a moment to come in while I set up a timer, and then we're going to jump straight into writing. So we got one person. Hold on. And add as moderator. I guess. Okay, so I guess you're a moderator now. And while you're doing that, I'm gonna get my charger so we can have a timer. Which, as y'all can see, I was obviously very prepared for this. But that's what happens when you get straight off of work and you're like, hey, guess what we're doing today? Late at night. Okay. All right, so I'm setting up the timer, and our first sprint's going to be 5 minutes, just like we did earlier. Timer. Ooh, those are hours. We don't want that. 5 minutes. And we're going to stream till midnight, so yay. All right, so let's get it done. 5 minutes starting now. Let's see what we want to do. Oh, if my keyboard was in the right place. $63, $60. Need to put my word count in chat. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Do 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 do. Oh, I guess our 5 minutes are up. Okay. So word count is currently so I didn't write that many words, but I wrote like 80 words. But that is fine. I actually had to pick a chapter to write. And I ended up so I'm doing the chapter currently on church hurt. And so this chapter is essentially just talking about why people leave the church and what that feels like and what that experience is going through alone or with friends and family who support this decision. But it's definitely going to be a very interesting chapter. I would not be surprised if this was the longest chapter. But if you guys are watching this, whether it be live or on the replay, feel free to drop how many words you got in the 5 minute down below in the comments or to the side. Yep. But yeah, like it's definitely going to be interesting. I am. I cannot wait to publish this book and see how people respond to the chapter that I'm writing, because I'm sure a lot of people will be happy to learn, relate, and sympathize with, and not feel so alone. So yeah, I mean, that's really what it's all about. Oh, and because I did not get to say it at the beginning because I was waiting for everybody to come in, I have 2 crystals. Hold on, let's just do them one by one. She got jokes in chat, you guys. So I have this. This is tangerine. Ignore the soot. I did that while I was cleansing. But this is tangerine or golden healer quartz. Okay, keyword is golden healer quartz. So this is a healing crystal, and mostly just has iron oxide in and on it. But again, lots of healing. Very good for memories and past life memories. Actually, I could probably make a whole video on this in itself. Which reminds me, I still need to make that TikTok for Girly about astral travel. I will do that before I go to bed tonight after the stream. And then I have the clear quartz, which
think y'all saw this one already if you've watched my TikTok channel. This is the one that I think I hold in the Lemurian crystal video. If you don't follow me on TikTok, follow me on TikTok. But I am also using this clear quartz crystal, which is good for everything. We're going to use this as an amplifier to amplify the creative vibes. We're using it to amplify creative vibes. That's what we're doing. We're amplifying creativity. Okay, so I set my intention into this one. So this one's pretty self-explanatory. As far as this one being Golden Healer, I'm doing that because of the chapter that I'm writing. I wanted to have those healing energies to the readers when they finally do get to see it. So there's that. And of course, if y'all don't have already, since we are on break, go get yourself some water. This is just water. It's just water. Yo. What's on the spiritual radio tonight? All right, guys, in 2 minutes, we're going to do our second round, and it's going to be 15 minutes. Waste of Emotion by Elios? Waste of Emotion by Elios. Interesting. I'll have to listen to it later. We're just taking some cleansing breaths. Actually, my bag is behind me. So, selenite. Woogity woogity woo. Heal, heal, align, align. So, if anybody wants to take deep cleansing breaths, you can definitely also add selenite to your pile. But I already put on my quantum tincture for this session, so. All right, we got less than 60 seconds left, and then we go into our 15-minute. We get the timer ready and set up. Ah! 15. I also have Florida water on my desk if you guys didn't know that. Here, I got Florida water. Keep a lot of witchy stuff on my desk. Breathe in and breathe out. I'm putting my heart crystal in my shirt. Well, if it works, it works. Party, party. Okay, I'm kidding. We're breathing in and we're breathing out. All right, let's start the 15-minute sprint. Yeah. Hey, it's cheating. Go. Yeah, I do know which one.
Oh, I can't even find what I need to quote. No. No. Should have just hit Control B, frankly. Oh well. And if you don't know what that is literally just like bold mnemonic. Yeah, I figured it was that one. It's a obsidian. No.
I just. Okay. When you have to decide which order to put things in. One Corinthians. This would be a good time to have like a MacBook or Apple computer or whatever, so I could copy and paste it into my document. Bro, the quote I'm trying to do right now is like so hard because it keeps saying to another, to another, to another. And I keep losing which to another I'm on. First Corinthians 12, 4 through 6, and First Corinthians 12, 8 through 11. Actually, at the end of it, I'll read it to you. Okay, I finally finished the quote. Thank the Lord. Let me save this because I am not typing that again. Let me just italicize this. Oh, there's 15, and I barely typed anything because I was trying to get this quote right. Because Lord knows if I do not write this correctly as a quote of the Bible, they are going to come for me and cancel me. Okay, so it is, there are different, look at this, spelling stuff wrong. Okay. All right, 1 Corinthians 12, 4 through 6, and 8 through 11. There are different kinds of gifts, but the same Spirit distributes them. There are different kinds of service, but the same Lord. There are different kinds of working, but in all of them and in everyone, it is the same God at work. And I'm going to read it off of my picture just so, again, I don't misquote it. Ah, why does it keep doing that? Stop. There's the same God at work. And then this is where 8 through 11 start. To one there is given through the Spirit a message of wisdom, to another a message of knowledge by means of the same Spirit, to another faith by the same Spirit, to another gifts of healing by that one Spirit, to another miraculous powers, to another prophecy, to another distinguishing between spirits, to another speaking in different kinds of tongues, and to still another the interpretation of tongues. All these are the work of one and the same Spirit, and he distributes them to each one just as he determines. So that is how that works. So again, to another, to another, to another, to another, to another. I also like here biblically that it, so back on the And so with that, I just want to point out that it does say that speaking in tongues is different than interpreting tongues. So yes, you can speak tongues and not know exactly what the heck it means. So this is why we have we have dream interpreters, and then we have people who prophesize like within dreams itself. So these are the two things. Two different gifts via the Bible. Those are two different gifts. If you get both, then that's great. But as far as the Bible has mentioned, as I just read, those are two different things. So stop stressing and worrying. Stop stressing and worrying. Let me look in the camera when I say it, because the camera's over here and the chat's over there. No. I know we're on break, but I'm like literally. Mm-hmm. I need to put these questions in here. And the funny thing is, originally when I thought of this chapter, thought of as if the spirits did not channel it and download it into me to write chapters on all these things. I did not foresee myself quoting the Bible in my book. I did not see that coming. But you know what? Here we are as I'm writing it. So it is what it is. Because had I known I was going to write this chapter on this live, I would have had my quotes ready. But it is what it is. And for those of you who don't think witches and people use like the Bible, we do. Like some of us use it in spell work, but some of us don't use it in spell work. However, in my case, I mostly just use it for helping people come out of religion, like I'm doing for the church hurt chapter. Because again, some people are ready to transition out. And usually I use the Bible to help them transition out and ease their mind a little bit from being stressed. And of course, people always have the freedom to backtrack and, you know, go back to whatever religion they're trying to come out of. No worry, no stress, no stress. And I mean, I have. So a lot of y'all don't know this about me. Help if I could see what I was putting on the screen. A lot of y'all don't know this about me, but I was Christian at one point. Trust me. I have highlights and highlights and highlights and highlights. More highlights, more highlights, more highlights. I don't even know if y'all can see what that is, but right now these are ones like in Hebrew or whatever. And more highlights and more highlights. So, and apparently my highlights start in February of 2015. So there was lots of highlights. And this is just like the Bible app. Let me see. Hashtag not sponsored. It's the little Bible app. It's literally such a cute app, though. It's a really helpful app. Like hashtag. Yes. Yes, I do know how you have those. But yeah, so this is all the highlights I have on my little thing here. Can you search your highlights is the question. Gracious. See, problem number 2. Problem number 2 is that, like, I don't look at it for months at a time, and I uninstall it and I reinstall it and forget how to use it. And then here we are. We're not going to use that one. And some of these are about like marriage and how to be like a good wife. And some of these are about I want to say prophecy and dream, like prophetic dreams specifically. And then there's just some other stuff of back when I was like going to church in here. Well, I mean, pick a struggle. You're going to do the bibliomancy or you're not going to do the bibliomancy. Trying to find the next one. And then some of these I literally only have highlighted because of like TikTok videos where I was like, oh, I didn't know there was another one in that section. I was like, oh, look at that. The Bible is full of helpful little things. More wife stuff, more wife stuff, more wife stuff. Mercy. Something about the sun. Something about marriage, submissive wives, blah, blah, blah. Oh, I just want this one part. See, another thing about my highlights is some of them are from the King James versions and some are from the New International Version. I specifically want the ones in the New International Version. Just because they're easier to understand, frankly, in my opinion. Interesting. We will get to that when the live is done. This is one of them, but this is not the one I'm thinking of. Because this one's in Jeremiah, and I know it's not that one. Okay, that's also not the one I'm looking for. Is it the Deuteronomy? Is it this one? Is it this one? It's kind of like this one, but it's not this one either. Oh my gosh. Ah! see, because okay, I found one which is much shorter, but that's a completely different story, guys. All right, so we're gonna start at like 11:45 for our next 15 minutes for it, and then that'll be it for the day. Because the point is not to write a whole novel in a day. It is just to keep making progress on said novel bit by bit. Because I'm in like no rush whatsoever to publish this book. I want to take my time with it and talk to you guys on live and everything. Also, apparently a conundrum has happened. So we will have to close out at midnight exactly, apparently. But yeah, so definitely just drafting it slowly but surely is definitely the way to go in my experience. So, because again, the longest parts are probably going to be line editing, redrafting, any structural edits, even though I kind of already know that that's going to be easier for this type of book than the other books I've done previously, as I mentioned on my Instagram live. And just the book cover can take a minute. Sometimes that can take like a month, depending on who you're working with. But gotta have a good book cover and definitely other things. Some things I already have set up, but yeah, this is what it's like to be a spiritual influencer and author. So yeah. A do 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 do. A da 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 da. A do 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 do. A da 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 da. I didn't even put what my word count was for that sprint, did I? Here, before we start our next one, let me put my word count in here. I don't know what's with me, like forgetting to put my word count in here, guys. Sorry. And a few hundred words a day is better than nothing. And that is what I do my standard by when it comes to writing. Oh, let me get my 15-minute timer ready, guys. We're about to start. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. All right, and I'm starting the timer now for the last 15, guys. Let's go. That's good. That's really, really good. You guys, we have 7 minutes, and I want to get this, what, 66 words in? 66. 66. Okay. All right. Excuse me. It's midnight, guys. It's midnight. There's the timer. I don't know if you guys can hear that here. No, it turned it off. Okay, well, that didn't go as planned. But it's midnight. Okay, so let me put my other kind chat before I even forget. 7144. So all in all, I need to fix the formatting on this chapter because I think I messed it up. One. Okay, so this one's fine. It just looks like that. And then this one's 1. Okay, yeah. There you go. So fix that. And this chapter for Church Hurt turned out to be 782 words. 782 words, guys. Let me write that down in my little notes. And it's by like no means done whatsoever on the Church Hurt bit, but I will definitely come back at a later date. Like I got some skeleton bones in here, so that's good. So I want to say overall today I probably wrote like 1,500 words. About 1,500 words, which is not too bad. But as I did say, that was our last sprint of the night. Everybody make sure you hit save. Again, I'm going to save mine as a PDF as well. Yes. All right. So we're up to page 39 in my PDF. And I don't know if anybody else does this because I'm a little bit of a nerd. But like what I'll do is, since I already have a book, especially if you like are trying to, you don't know the exact word count goal you're trying to get to, but you know how thick you like want your book to be or whatever, I would pick a book of a reasonable size. And I said I'm on page 39. 39. Here, we'll just do this. So I am that far into my book. And for some reason, this just makes me feel like really progressive. And eventually, you know, like I finish. Eventually I finish. This is already formatted, but yeah, that's how I do mine. And you usually want to take a book of the same, like genre and stuff, because there's like different formatting. However, I already kind of did the formatting for mine. It wasn't, I went to Barnes and Nobles. I looked at some of the books in my section. They all have different formatings. And so this is what I kind of did with mine. I just decided to use this one for my little page thickness. I do plan on publishing this one as like a hardback and a paperback. It'll probably be on Kindle as well if I'm being 100% honest, but that's another story for another time. And so that's what I'm doing. But that's how I keep myself motivated as well. And if you want, you guys don't forget about your crystals. You can go charge them in the moon or the sun or whatever you do to charge them and prepare them for your next writing session, which I'm not sure when that will be yet. But anyway, it's time to close out. So if you're not subscribed, hit subscribe below. Follow me on Instagram where I go live, or on TikTok where I teach more about magic and life coaching. And if anything, if you want to buy any of my products and support me and the channel, you can definitely go to laylasmagics.com and you can check out my stuff there. And you guys have a wonderful rest of your night.